Back at it like we never left. Season 2. It's even more in the whippier than last season. Alright, man, so let's just get right into it, dog. Pusha T versus Drake. It's all that the hip-hop community is talking about. So I guess I'll start off with the elephant in the room. What do you think? What do you think the score is right now?
Three to 1 push.
Interesting. How did we get to 3?
What do you mean? How do we get to 3?
Am I missing something?
Exodus.
Oh, okay, you're counting Exodus. I didn't know where our referencing point was. Well,
Exodus set it all off.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm going 2-1. Push. But before that, I said it was 1-1.
1-1. So you don't think that the diss on the album meant anything at all? Because obviously you
I listened to it, right? And on the way here, I was listening to it because I was just excited for a Push album. And I didn't hear that it was a diss until, because I listened to it while I was at work, so I wasn't really paying attention. I was like, oh, this is produced well. But like after a while, even though it was only like 20 minutes long, just listening to Pusha T rap for so long, I just had to put on something else.
Really? Wow, I thought it was hot. I thought it was like...
No, I like the music.
Like,
it's
I
just...
could listen to it over and over.
I like the music. It's Push's voice.
Really? I fuck with his voice.
I do too on certain songs. It's like, I don't know. I'll probably like it when I listen to it again through. It's not a popular opinion, I guess, but whatever, it's mine. When I went on Facebook later on that night and it was like, oh, Pusha T, this is Drake. And no bullshit, I was so naive. I thought it was on the What Would Meek Do track. Because I didn't even look at the article. I just saw the headline and I was like, alright. So I listened to that and I was like, that's not a diss to Drake, what? And then I actually found out it was the song Infrared and I was like, oh shit. So I heard how it was like shots. It wasn't even a diss. Like, it was properly named Infrared because like when you have somebody in your scope and the beams lined up, like you're ready to take a shot at them. I feel like that's what that song was, which is why I didn't count it. Because, like, his response to the Duppy freestyle was a much more direct and grimy approach to it. I feel like, and it's the same thing, I'm a reference Drake and Meek. I feel the same way about Infrared, how I feel about Charged Up. How it was like a diss, but it was really subtle and like...
I feel like this is really close.
So yeah, so I was like, it's very subtle shots, minor jabs, nothing too serious. And then I was very skeptical when Drake responded. I was like, man, they're in it together. They're both, he just put out an album, Drake's about to put out an album. Like, it's very fitting that this is the scenario that we're with right now. But nevertheless, he responded, and Duppy is fire. The beat is fire. Drake's flow on that record is fire. He didn't joke around too much, like how on Back to Back it was really just like poking fun at Meek and like making Meek the butt of a joke. Like, you could tell Drake was taking this very seriously, and he definitely tried to end it in one shot. Like, he definitely went hard, which made it hard. He went hard. Peep. He went hard in his flow and his lyrics to get credibility, but he still had lyrics and lines in there that are purposely designed to make Pusha T look like a joke. When he says, like, holla at me when you're multi-million. It's like, yo, that's not what the beef is about, and you know that. You're saying that so your fans will just ignore what Pusha has to say. Be like, yo, you're not even a millionaire. Like, I saw a meme earlier. It was like, Drake's net worth is 90 million and Pusha T is 15 million. Stop. stop acting like they're on the same level.
Wow, that's more than I would have thought Push was worth.
And it's like, yo, does that matter? Like, why are you trying to discredit what Push is saying because he doesn't have as much money? Like, that's what we do
Most
when we
rappers in the
champion
game
somebody.
are around that level. Money, that's actually really good.
Yeah, like
Push is worth more than Wale.
But like, here's the thing: Drake
Got
is known to have like supersede. He surpassed hip hop. Like, he's a pop star. He goes on Saturday Night Live. He's an entertainer. He's an actor. He does other shit. It's not like he's strictly getting all of this money from rap. It's not like he made, 4, 5, 6 albums and made $90 million off of it. He does other things. He's a smart business person. That's why he's the closest comparison to Jay-Z as far as up and coming. Well, it's not even up and coming anymore. As far as that generation of rappers, because of his business. And that's where the money comes from. It's not like he's eating specifically off of rap. And Push, what's he known for? Selling drugs and rapping. So, and y'all are trying to discredit him, but I guarantee you, anyone who saw that $15 million meme was surprised when they saw that. Actually, just like his reaction, like, oh, I thought he was worth less. Like, so you gotta give this man Push credit, right? But like, Duffy was still fire. He was going, what was that line? Like, I don't care how basic it may sound, like, and I saw on Facebook, especially a lot of like older generation fans of rap, they didn't like the you older than the nigga you running behind, because they were like, oh, all he has to say is that he's old. It's like, yo, you have to look beyond that. Yeah, he's saying that he's old, but like, when you're saying that the person that is running your camp is younger than you, what are you doing with your life? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Drake is younger than both of them, so. And he's worth, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not, I mean, you can't dispute it. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. You can't dispute it. You want to be mad at it because maybe it's, you can't handle the truth, but it's the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Drake's gonna land some shots, you know what I'm saying? Drake is a qualified MC. He can go. His pen game, like, yeah, he gets help to make the pop songs and shit. That's what all pop entertainers do. But like, when Drake has a pen game, before he was famous, it was not like he was calling motherfuckers like, yo, write me a song so I can get on. Like, you know what I'm saying? He earned where he got to. He earned everything up into where he got to the ability to ask other niggas for songs and shit, like, and writing help. Because he got so famous to a point where he's just like, yo, I can't write all these tunes, and like, especially if he's branching out to other genres and shit.
That nigga got put in a body bag.
Yeah, yo,
all right?
I was not expecting. And yo, I was talking to Fabs, and Fabs does not think that song was a body. And I heard it, and initially he texted me like as soon as the song was finished, like. He was like, I want to, like, and you saying you upset. I want to see what it's like when you angry. Fabs texted me, and I was like, he was like, what did you think of Push's response? I was like, yo, that's a body. He was like, you think so? Like, people are trying to say that it's gossip, and it's like, yo, I'm a fan of Drake. I like Drake. I think he went hard on his Duppy freestyle. I thought he was up until then. People are like, oh, he's like Wendy Williams. We all know this information. Like, bro, I personally didn't know that Drake had a kid. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I knew the rumors.
We talked about it when we talked about that episode of Everyday Struggle, where they were breaking it down. They were like, it was like, wrote this shit January 21.
Yeah, we speculated it because they were talking about it on
21.
Everyday Struggle. It was a rumor because they had that whole press notice. It was like, if it is indeed his baby, then like Drake is prepared to step up. Da, da, da. But we had heard nothing about it since then. Like, that's why when I was like, oh shit, this guy's a kid? Like, what?
He has lyric. This is why it kills him, bro. It kills him in so many different ways. This is why it's,
no, but
it's
see,
a
people are trying to use
man.
a lyric as like justification. They're like, oh, Drake's already addressed this shit, so like it's okay. I thought it was a body bag when it was fucking Drake in blackface. I was like, yo, how is Drake gonna recover from this? And this is why I give Pusha T a lot of credit, because people are already counted out Push from the beginning, just like they did with Joe Budden, which is why I was so mad when niggas started fucking with Joe Budden, because when Joe Budden beefing with Drake, all they did was clown him. I was the only one championing this nigga Joe Budden. But it was, I felt like it was gonna be the same thing. Like, Push is one of those MCs who's good, and he's like, his pen is up there with the best of them, right? But because he never had as big of commercial success as some of his peers and shit like that, that people were just gonna be like, oh, he's just an old nigga, he's putting on an album, trying to ride the wave, and just like discredit him. And I think Push is taking a very strong approach. Like, Drake's already fucking putting out press releases trying to, like, he cleared up the blackface. Now TMZ's reporting that he's been supporting the Sun and da-da-da-da-da.
That shit's hitting.
Good job.
That's the best flip I've ever rolled in my entire life.
But it's on camera.
So, we're back. First blunt of the new season. Season 2 in the whip. Back and better than ever.
So, yeah, but nah, the story, like, at first, when I heard the story of OJB come on, I was like, I don't know.
I thought the same.
I was
but
like,
then I didn't see the cover art. I was listening when I first listened to it. I listened to it on when Flex was playing it. And Flex, I could barely hear a lot of the song. He kept playing it over and over, so I got certain parts because he dropped the bomb at certain parts through whole parts, and then you'd only catch the end, and then he'd start talking.
Yo, Flex is a clown.
He said, Wayne, you are a casualty. I was dying, dog. He's like, oh, he was calling me, he's like, Birdman, you're a casualty. Drake, you're a fucking casualty. He said, didn't I tell you about this? Yo.
I think that
he wants to see Drake fail so bad.
I think that a lot of people counted Push out, especially because it was like, yo, it's been 4 days or however long it was. Like, where you at, Push? Like, they were literally, I felt like they were trying to repeat the Meek process with Push, and I was so worried about, like, because I fucking love my rappers, like, you know what I'm saying? I love, like, my underground, like, not so mainstream popular niggas that are nice, like, that don't get their credit.
That's why I figured you'd be on Push's side so much more than Drake.
But, like, yo, I gotta give credit where credit is due, because here's my whole thing. I'm still going off of the basis in my heart that this is all just for both of their albums that are coming out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They both need this hype. Drake has done the Goodwill song with God's Plan. He's got all the ladies with Nice for What. So the only thing he needs left on his promo run before his album is the street credibility.
Not even the street cred, bro.
The hip hop credibility.
That's what's so crazy, bro. That's what's crazy is because the timing of this couldn't have been better. This was all plotted. This is all part of Push's plan, and Drake thought that he had him when he came right back and was like, all right, I already had some shit. I heard some shit that you were gonna, because he let it be known that he was gonna diss him on the thing. He let it be known that he was gonna diss him on his album in some interview, and then the diss came out or whatever, and then Drake comes back, and then this dude, they waited out. They're like, oh my god, how's Push gonna come back? He lets him get his little like bump. Destroys him, bro, because he literally. Not only was it just hard and harsh, like he did it at a time where where this whole racial thing is going on.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of people that are gonna hate that blackface thing. They're not gonna listen to his explanation, and his explanation was weak. He should have never done the whole notes thing that he won. He's winning at every single, like, it's more. I'm just saying, music, it's 3-1, but outside of that, bro, he's hitting them everywhere, bro. We haven't even talked about the fucking kid yet.
Yo.
Like,
bro. Nigga said OVO 40 hunched over like he 80. tick, tick, tick. How much time he got left? That man sick, sick, sick. Yo. 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 I heard that shit and I was like, bruh. Niggas really said that shit was weak. How is that shit? Yo. He really went in on niggas. And like, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yo, this beat is perfect because he's telling a story. Like, and like if you're gonna use this beat, you have to do it in one of two ways. You have to either tell your own story, you have to make it the story of like yourself and tell your own personal story, or you have to diss somebody and you have to explain your point via story like that. And that's exactly what Pusha T did. He fucking took that beat. He took all the dirt he had on Drake and basically made that song a whole expose.
But he has more because he said volume 1 and
Yes.
then he said it's gonna be, and he
A
flipped what
surgical
Drake
summer.
said at the end of his and said it's gonna be a surgical summer. Yo, Push might be my new favorite rapper for just right now, just because like J. Cole shot. I love J. Cole, but Push, bro. Oh my god. That's why he didn't release a fucking album. He knew this. That's why he didn't release a fucking full album. He was like, oh, this shit's gonna keep going. I'll just keep my shit up with this. Plus the album's gonna go up with this. And then they're gonna be like, oh my god, he's platinum off of a 7-song album. Just off of some shit like this, bro. He's dominating. He's the Warriors and Drake's LeBron right now.
So, all right, I guess that settles it then. We got Pusha up.
3-1.
I have him up 2-1.
3-1.
I'm
It's
not
actually
counting
like
if I read.
7-1. It's like 7-1.